Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here, 31st of April, last day of the month, 37th day of Lent. So in the Gospel, it starts out from St. Matthew today. One of the 12 who was called Judas Iscariot went to the chief priest and said, "What are you willing to give me if I hand him over to you?" And we know they gave him 30 pieces of silver. So this is not about setting up the straw man, but learning and applying what happened to Judas, applying something that will help us from what happened to him, what he chose to do. We condemn him, of course, because he betrayed Jesus, turned him in. And yet that's, in a way, not the greatest sin. The greatest sin is not trusting that Jesus would have forgiven him. Jesus would have forgiven him. Jesus will forgive anything. If we do something that we think is so rotten, so horrible, so sinful, that God can't forgive, part of us, it makes sense. It's understandable. Part of it is it's real arrogance and pride. That God's infinite power and infinite mercy can't forgive something, help us make right something we've done. At its root, it's arrogance, it's pride. That's why we need to pray for humility and for trust. But this idea of betraying Christ, and we think, well, Judas did it, but I'm not that bad. Really, let's think a little bit, when it comes to our own personal activities, how we can betray Jesus by refusing to acknowledge him, sometimes in small ways, sometimes in major ways. We say grace at home, we won't say it in the restaurant. And the reason we won't say it in the restaurant is because we're embarrassed. We won't actually make the sign of the cross. Who cares who's looking? Who cares? So the Hindus, they dress the way they do. The Muslims, they dress the way they do. And we Catholics won't make the sign of the cross. Give me a break. Make the sign of the cross. Bow your head. Who cares who's looking? You might actually edify somebody. Somebody might be ticked off. Who cares? It's not your intent. So, or, when we're alone with the TV or with the internet, and like Jesus, we say he's our friend, and then we betray him, we turn him in, and we don't want him around. We say, I don't know him, so we look at garbage on the internet. We look at sometimes pornography as a cancer. We look at filth. And we do the same thing on the TV or on our smartphones. So-called smartphones make us dumb so often. Like, they are incredible devices. I'm doing this on an iPhone. So I think technology is great. It's a wonderful tool, but it's something we have to be very discerning about, very careful and on guard about, because it can make us dumb. It can enslave us because it's like an avenue to the world. And in the world, there's good things, beautiful things, but there's wicked things, there's garbage, there's trash, there's filth out there. We have to have a discerning mind, a discerning spirit. We have to want to never turn Christ in, never deny him by our actions. Sometimes not by our words, because nobody's around when we're alone, but by our actions. Your guardian angel is always with you. And in fact, the whole heavenly court is present to us. It's not about making us paranoid. It should give us strength to follow through in our convictions and never want to see that kind of stuff. And pray that others will have the same conviction, to be integrated, to be whole, to be authentic as followers and disciples of Jesus Christ. That's where they say, where the rubber hits the road, or you walk the talk. That's what we should be praying for every single day, especially as we are about to celebrate these 3 sacred holy days, and we see what Jesus has done for us, died on the cross. Lord, help me to be authentic. Help me never to betray you, whether I'm with 1,000 people or I'm all by myself or in a restaurant, before I eat my meal. God bless you.